problem that the team's been talking about. It's the fact of whether we use an NPM package to host all of our Stackbit out-of-the-box components, or we put all of those Stackbit out-of-the-box components in the source file as normal. The trade-offs there are if we're in the NPM package, we have this amazing centralized authority where we can just update the component library in that NPM package, and all the Stackbit sites that use that NPM package to power their component libraries will get those new updates. So that's been great. The bad part about that is it's really taxing to update that NPM package and keep it up to date. On the other side, we have the ability to put those components just inside of source file, which is the way that we would normally code anyways. The benefits of that is, as a user, you see how Stackbit works instantly. There's no different way that you would code a site out of the box. With what you get out of the box from Stackbit is exactly the way that you would normally code a React site. And that's super exciting because there's that immediate connection between the developer and the code and Stackbit, which is something that we're really looking for. The other piece there that is a benefit is we get to move a lot faster. We don't have this extra overhead of keeping the NPM package component library up to date. But the trade-off that we've been discussing internally is how do we is it worth not being able to update the components on all the sites that use the Stackbit components out of the box? Meaning, if I instantiate a new Stackbit site today, tomorrow, if we come out with new components, I can't pick up on those components from the site that I picked up today. So while I was sleeping, and our CTO Simon is at work with a few of the other developers in Israel, they came up with a potential idea around how they can still get maybe the ability to provide component updates without using an NPM package, which is super exciting. So I'm going to walk us through this cool little graph that Simon made, and I'll do my best because I'm not going to nail this by any means. I looked at it for 5 minutes, and we'll see what we can get here. But if you have ideas as we're explaining this, or you're looking at it yourself, please don't hesitate to let us know. So here's the way that Stackbit works. We have a Stackbit theme Git repo, right? And we have our users site Git remote. The inside of Stackbit, when people are pointing, clicking, using the WYSIWYG editor, it uses the preview branch. When they publish, all that's happening is the preview branch is being merged to main. So what we can do here is we have this ability, and this is where I'm going to start to fail here, but I'm going to bring this. There's one of the last time I went live, Simon put a comment there, so you can come and check this out yourself on Twitter as well. So underneath here, let's say we have the Stackbits theme remote version, right? If we come in here and we, let me make sure I'm reading this right. This is where I'm going to blow it. I'm so sorry. But we have the Stackbit creates the updates branch from the latest common. Cool. So let's say Stackbit releases new non-breaking theme version, right? Which is basically, let's say Stackbit releases some new components. We can merge that to the user site remote Git repository. And at that point, we have Stackbit creates the updates branch, right? So we would create a new branch on all the users' sites. And then from and that would obviously, this branch would be created from the latest common commit. And then this would create a PR, which then the user would have the ability to approve, right? Which is a similar thing with the NPM package. The only way that you would get the update is you would have to run an NPM update. So let's say if the user approves and merges the PR, well, then these new non-breaking theme version or the new components will be available on the user's preview branch, which is inside of the studio. This isn't yet available on the live site, right? Because the live site is on the main branch, but they can then play with them and see how it all works, comes together. If you're a developer, you can just check everything out here in the updates branch, and you have the decision. Yeah, and then if you like the new components and they're working well, and you're starting to use them in the ways that you want, you can merge them to main, which then would basically have them available on the main branch. So this is my best way of describing it as far as I understand. Here's exactly where the tweet is in Twitter. So feel free to take a look here if you want to actually check it out yourself. Here's the yesterday's live, and here is Simon's thoughts. He was talking about how this is super similar to how people update forked projects from basically upstream repos. So I think this is really interesting. It could actually be a better way than we have today of doing things, and we'll see where things go. So that's the update, and we'll talk to you again hopefully in a couple hours. All right, talk soon. Bye.